Hey everyone. This is a kind of propagation update on my Philodendron Florida Beauty. I have 6 cuttings up here that I'm going to go over with you. I'll pull them down and give you a look at them. And let's see. Let's get over here. And the one that has so far failed is this one. And it is done pretty much nothing. It started putting out a little growth point there, and that's just about as far as it got. It's in LECA. I don't know. It just didn't take off. I don't have an explanation other than that. So we'll set that one aside. This one is so far the largest, and it's actually getting ready to put out its third leaf. This was a single leaf node cutting, and yeah, it rooted pretty easily. All of these pretty much rooted easily. They had air roots on the nodes that were kind of fresh and active. They had not hardened off. I connected the mother plant, which I'll pull out in a second, and to a little pole, like a orchid stake, and all the stems just started putting out these long, kind of fresh aerial roots trying to attach to something. And so that was the opportune time for me to chop it, in which I did. So I took 6 cuttings and 2 top cuttings. I have 2 stems on my Florida Beauty. One that had been putting out green leaves historically, and those are kind of interesting. And one that was variegated stem. So I've got 1, 2, 3 variegated cuttings and 2 of the cuttings from the stem that was green. But this one, let's get to this one, and I'll talk about the green ones next. Look at that leaf. It's gorgeous. And this leaf, this was the first leaf, and so it was smaller, and then this was the second leaf, which is much larger, and now it's pushing out the third leaf. And you can see that caterpillar there, it's variegated. So the leaf, the tip up here already looks to have more green on it, but we'll see. Don't know yet. But this leaf, this all yellow leaf, it has a tiny little speck of green, a little tiny dot. But I don't think that I'm going to lose this leaf prematurely. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but the leaf is kind of got a green tinge to it. And so throughout all of the variegated leaves that I've had on these Florida Beauties, I have not lost any of the any parts of the leaf to browning from them being yellow or white. Not had any problems at all with this plant, and subsequently with the cuttings. So yeah, this one seems to be good, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking that this leaf might survive longer term because it does seem to have some green on it that's allowing it to produce chlorophyll. So it's a functioning leaf, I think. These are growing. There's grown in LECA, and it's got a pretty healthy root system. It's got nutrients down in this little reservoir here with some wick cords, and it seems to be thriving. So this is the first cutting. I'll put this one back up here. Let's see. All right, so let's talk about the green ones next. And these are kind of interesting. All right, so this one, and so a little about the green stem on the mother plant, which again, I will pull out in a bit. The green leaves, when they would open up, would always seem to have these yellow striations on the leaf, but they would always kind of harden off as solid green. Like this leaf looks solid green. But this leaf, I don't know if you can see that. It's definitely not solid green, and it's got some more stable. It didn't turn solid green. That's the point. And so it looks like the way those leaves would unfurl with this yellow streaking on it, it just stuck and it stuck around. So this is the latest leaf. It's already beginning to get, this caterpillar is starting to get larger, but this leaf still has those yellow striations on it, even though it's less pronounced than this one, but they're still there. That's the cool part. So, they're not quite just green. That's the interesting part. This one, also, this was the top cutting. This was the single node cutting off of that same stem. And you still see those yellow stripes on the leaves. This is the first leaf. Here it's smaller, but there's still pronounced yellow visible on the leaf. This one's darker. This leaf is still hardening off. It's actually still getting larger. It's not completely done. And the caterpillar looks green, but it looks lighter than what my regular Florida green looks like. But yeah, these two are the ones that, this was the top cutting and the single node cutting off the green stem, and they're not quite just green. I think that's very interesting. So I'll put these back up here. Let's see. I'm trying to come up with a better solution to make that a little more stable. It's kind of makeshift right now, so it's a work in process. But yes, so that leaves us with two variegated stems. So this was the top cutting, and there was a leaf already in process in the caterpillar when I cut it, and so it kind of shocked the plant. So that one got a little damage on it as it was unfurling. I assisted with the unfurlment of the leaf. So I probably am responsible for the damage when it was really young. This was the original leaf. And so that was the first leaf post rooting. And then this is the latest leaf. Look at that one. Isn't it gorgeous? It's still hardening off. It's still getting larger. So yes, that color might possibly lighten up, or it might just stay more lime green like that. Not all the leaves lighten up to this brighter color here, but yeah. So it throws off different colors of the green spectrum or yellow spectrum on the plants, and even white, more white. But they all still kind of have a greenish tinge to them, which I believe is responsible for their longevity as these, the highly variegated leaves. You'll see on the mother plant when I bring it out, there are some leaves that are almost 3/4 of it is variegated to some point, and then one part dark green, but no damage on the leaves. So this is that top cutting, and then this was the single node cutting. Look at that leaf. Isn't it gorgeous? That leaf is gorgeous. Now, this one has thrown out its second post-propagation leaf. It's thrown out one that's more green, but it still has those striations, those yellow striations that the green stem cuttings have. And this was the original leaf. And yeah, so it's already getting, there's a new piece of leaf barely sticking out of the tip of the caterpillar there. So it's already, this one's hardening off and this one's starting to emerge. So I'm interested to see what the next leaf looks like. So yes. So that has been all of the cuttings. So stay tuned and I will produce the mother plant and give you an update on that. Be right back. Bam! Oh my God. Here he is. Or the mother plant, you know. And isn't it amazing? This plant, oh my God, it's so hard to believe that I got this plant in February of this year, February of 2025. I got this plant as a tiny little, plant, and it had two tiny little stems and small little leaves, and it has just grown massively. Not to mention the 6 or 5 viable cuttings that also extend this plant. So just think how much larger it would be if I had not propagated it. And so yeah, I did 3 cuttings per stem, and it's amazing. So let me show you this leaf here. This is the first variegated leaf post propagation, and it's stunning. It's just stunning. It's smaller. It was smaller, but yeah, well, it's a masterpiece. But this plant has so many leaves that are just stunning. Look at these. The darker, more green primary, predominantly green variegation, still stunning. I was talking about the green leaves, the stem that's only put out green leaves. This one actually right now, I don't know if you can really see it, but it looks kind of like it has some yellow striations on it, but not really. So when those green leaves are first emerging and before they harden off, they have, like those green ones here in the earlier shots, had those yellow striations, but they never maintained. They would always harden off and the plant would be green. But yeah, look at these leaves. Look at that one. That one's primarily green with a little bit of variation in there. But I have not lost a single one of these highly variegated leaves. Look at that one. It's variegated on that side, green on this side, variegated down here, and then green on that side. It's like plant opposites. It's just freaking love this plant. And I am trying to resist unfurling it and possibly damaging it like I do on so many of my other plants. No patience. Yeah, this is a new variegated leaf that is unfurling, and I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna resist assisting. I'm just gonna let it happen. I hope. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, this is my Philodendron Florida Beauty, and it is stunning. Stunning. This plant is stunning. Yes. I hope you agree. But yes, I freaking love it. There's a new green stem that is pushing out a leaf there, but it looks actually more variegated. We'll see what that leaf looks like. Here's to hoping that it's variegated. That would be amazing. Yeah. But you can see that it's actually getting larger. It's kind of attached to this pole definitely now, and so the leaves are getting progressively larger. That was that first one post variegation over here. Same thing on this side. Where's that first leaf? Yeah, that's the first leaf post propagation on the green stem. But yeah, the next one has gotten larger, and the next variegated leaf was larger than the first one. So yes, this plant, stunning. Yes. So this is my Philodendron Florida Beauty. This has been an update. And like, if you like this kind of content and want to see more of it, please like and subscribe. And my channel is growing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate it. the subscriber count is just going up like crazy, and I am so appreciative. Yes, here's to 500 subscribers. I'm almost halfway there. Let's get this going. Thank you so much, my Philodendron Florida Beauty, and some other plants. More to come. Stay tuned. Thanks.